Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Now, fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know which way you want to look at it. The Cowboys don't have much time to go ahead and lick their wounds after this loss. And maybe that's a good thing that we have, tomorrow they'll be practicing and back on the field, getting ready to take on Buffalo. Maybe we can get our mind off of this. So many fans want to go ahead and get rid of Jason Garrett and everything else, but the reality is you don't fire a coach in week 12. You just don't, especially on a short week. It is what it is with Jason Garrett. We will deal with that situation in the offseason. And basically, at least if you are to believe the rumors of what we're told, is that Jason Garrett has to do more than just make the playoffs. We'll have to wait and see how that is, but there's no sense in really going over that, although we will talk about it tonight on our live stream coming up at 9 o'clock. So tune in. We may take some calls and let you guys vent a bit. But here's the thing that's bad. I mean, you got to understand, to me, 5 plays can change a game, and you can always go back and point to those 5 things that if they hadn't happened, things may be totally different. And one thing that seems to be killing our Cowboys more times than not is we seem to get penalties that you never hear about ever. And I almost feel like the officials go through the book before they officiate a Cowboys game and say, what is a call that's never called before? Let's call it on the Dallas Cowboys. Because think back to us playing the Green Bay Packers, okay? Think about, I believe it was Bryce Butler was called for unsportsmanlike conduct because there was 12 men in the huddle. Yet, he didn't get in the huddle. Miscalled. 15 yards. Cost us. And in a game that went down to the wire where we had a comeback, that was critical. And I believe that call has been made twice, and both times by the same official against the Dallas Cowboys. Another one. Think about last year with the Redskins, okay? We had a bad game and stuff, but we were moving down the field with a chance to tie up the score with the field goal. And we got called for moving the football too much at the snap. A call that's been called all of one time. That's right, against the Dallas Cowboys. I'll even give you another one. Unnecessary roughness on the running back. First called against Zeke Elliott for lowering the head. And I do recall that I believe it's been called 3 times in the history of that. And Zeke Elliott's twice and Tony Pollard. Amazing how the Dallas Cowboys seem to be the only ones that do these funny calls. Now, we had tripping. We had 2 tripping calls called against the Dallas Cowboys. Do you know how many times tripping has been called in the NFL this year? How many times? 7. 2 of them on the Dallas Cowboys in one game. So let's take a look at this first one here. This is the play in real speed.
Second down and 13.
Yeah.
Extra men on the rush.
Boom.
Prescott throws, passes.
Pass incomplete.
Off the hands of Cobb.
Okay.
And a flag is down.
Whoop. Sorry. White out on.
Prescott let the ball go.
We'll take another look at this here. I need to stay out the way because when I get up here, it messes it up.
Yeah, Shelton got back there, and then Adam Butler. He also got back.
It's coming up.
Those
Just hold
are
up,
two
hold
big
up.
guys right in the middle of that
Just hold up.
defense.
It's
I see
almost there.
Butler right now, he's kind of acting like it might be called on the Patriots. I didn't see
Okay.
one for tripping. His false
Let's look at it.
was costly.
Okay. Here's Tyron Smith right here. Here's the pass rusher.
Last time they had it.
Boom,
and then
boom,
eventually missed
boom.
a field goal try.
Now, what I want you to notice here, notice this leg is Tyron Smith with the knee brace, the one he's had problems with.
Let's see what he did. Yeah.
That's it. That is the tripping. That's the call.
Well,
That cost us right there 10 yards. So instead of second and 13,
I thought they were going to get
or excuse me, third and 13, it moves us back and changes field position. Let's look at that again.
Number 77.
One more time.
Passes incomplete off the hands of Cobb. And a
Sorry, I'm not real good at this, but you get the point that this is just kind of ridiculous that we get these crazy calls.
Pressure on Dak Prescott on that. Oh, he's kind of acting like it might be called on the Patriots. I didn't see
Almost
much
there.
On the offense, number 77. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
That's the second penalty on Tyron Smith. They're calling for tripping. His false start was costly the last time.
Let's look at it again. In slow motion. Tyron Smith, it's that leg with that brace on, doesn't exactly move real well. And if you ask me, look at it. That guy runs into that leg. Actually, did it look like he ran into the guy's leg? Hold on. Let's back this up. Back this up. Wait. Look at this. Okay.
He did. Yeah, well,
That
the last time they had it.
Watch. Look at this. The guy runs into the knee. That leg. Come on. He ran into the leg. That is what cost us 10 yards. And see, this is the thing that kills our Cowboys more times than not is you understand that when you get a 10 or 15 yard penalty on first down, there's a major difference from being, 3rd and 13, which is not ideal, as opposed to 2nd and 23 with bad weather. And this isn't the first time that we've had something like this. You could go back through and you could look at some of the calls on the punts that kept putting us further and further and further back. One bad call can change the complexion. And when you think about how many times they've called the Cowboys on some holds, and how many times we've seen Dak Prescott getting lit up but not getting the calls, that the officials have more say in who wins and loses in the games than you want them to. And they need to be able to be fair. And I get this. You know what? If you're going to call that tripping on the Cowboys, then I expect to see that on everybody. But for some reason, it only seems like that kind of thing only happens with the Cowboys. It's enough to drive you crazy. But you guys get the gist of this. We're not only facing the New England Patriots, who always seem to get the calls, we're also facing the officials. And this sometimes makes me go back and wonder if when Jerry Jones was going back at Roger Goodell, there's still some bad blood that's making sure that the Dallas Cowboys don't get there. I'm Mark Holmes, and I hope to see you on our live stream at 9 o'clock Eastern. So much to talk about. But hey, 3 days from now, you got the opportunity to turn the narrative. And the Dallas Cowboys, this is like Custer's last stand, because if you don't get the win in Buffalo, all of a sudden things get to be really, really dicey. We'll see what team shows up. I'm still rooting for my Cowboys. I'll see you soon.